Excellent. Then allow me to ask all of you, what happened last time? You didn't see
I
me,
need to
but
turn you
I
down.
flipped what little locks of hair I have on my face.
Oh, so sassy. We began last session with Caradot going for a walk, Folk and Dahlia make dinner, Dahlia taking on the most of the cooking part, and Folk foraging for extra bits to add. Jin was talking to Adriana about the legendary bass, and it turns out the legendary bass is a freak of nature, essentially, to put it shortly, because I took a lot of notes about that. And the phrase, there are always bigger fish, is literal in the sense as the title, or like the legend of the bass, is passed on to whatever fish eats the current legendary bass. So there's really only one, but there's also technically been multiple, just not at the same time. If my understanding is correct.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Badger went to talk to Helen and offered some mead. We get an insight to Badger's past as he relates to Helen with having daddy issues. However,
I guess it's technically true, yeah.
Badger says he would hesitate to jump immediately to violence if/when he faces off with his father again. The conversation ended up drifting to talking about Nova and how how Badger ended up with Nova. And then to Helen asking herself how she got here, essentially, before the conversation concluded with a swift kick to Badger's ass to keep up reputation. Dinner is served, and Caradoc returns to join us. Folk tries to convince Helen to take a plate, which doesn't go well, unfortunately. Helen points out that offering the same points over and over to try and convince someone of something doesn't work if it's, again, just the same point over and over. Folk goes on to tell her that he isn't doing this, trying to help her or whatever to be morally correct, but that he has to believe that she can get past her, violent urges and, base... I put emotional urges, because if she can't, then what chance does he stand? To which Helen was sarcastically like, oh, you tried something different. Good job. Keep it up. The conversation kind of ended with the idea of a private moment being granted by the Hunter Queen when Helen finally gets to see Alaric again. Helen doesn't think that'll happen. Folk is like, well, we'll see. And then Helen walks off. Mercer acknowledges Falk's attempt, but Falk is like, well, I'm not done. I'm not done trying. That was just one conversation. The night still lives. But Falk, Mercer, and Declan agreed to do target practice with Eva.
Yeah, she needs a help.
Which doesn't actually end up happening, but that's besides the point. At least I didn't put in my notes that it ended up happening. I know that they had practice before, but something unfortunately came up. Badger makes it known that he will be messaging Nova and asks if we want to know anything from their side of things, like in the mundane. In relation, time dilation is brought up, and we can, somewhat reasonably predict, it's unpredictable, but we can reasonably predict that we are on the worst side of time dilation right now, as in time is slower here than it is in the mundane. Because I don't think we got confirmation, but we are thinking that a day roughly has passed, and it's only been a few hours for us. So, not great.
Not great.
A note of Eva talking with Helen in the background, followed by Mercer, because he's like, I'm not letting that go unsupervised.
You rolled a nat one. It didn't help. She rolled very poorly all last session.
Yeah.
Which, her bad luck did go somewhere. I will tell you guys that. Her bad luck did go somewhere. I want that on record.
No one, at least on a meta level, publicly eavesdropped, so I have no notes as to what they talked about, but it's probably fine. It's probably fine.
That's fine. Smile.
After Eva ends up coming back, she finds the letters, which we already knew about, but now we got them in character. Mercer hands them out, and I didn't write any notes about it, but I'm 90% sure, quote unquote, Eva cried about her note, right? That just makes sense.
Oh yeah.
That just makes sense. Falk put his away and went to the shooting range. Badger cuddled Ace. Jin was looking for a secret message but found nothing, so he tucked it away and meditated, essentially in front of the fire. And Haley also cried about her note. Della starts making her way around, trying to talk to the Pathfinders about their notes, starting with Caradoc. Now, I didn't write any notes during this. I put insert notes because I was the one talking, and I have a hard time concentrating on both. But the gist that I remember is was reassuring Caradoc that he isn't a bad friend for needing to lean on others, but that he will work on standing on his own, so to speak, and that they will rely on each other because that's what friends and family do. They help each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That aligns with my recollection.
Dahlia and Caradoc go to talk to Falk, who decides to make things difficult, so Dahlia has to sit in front of his gun and generally just get in his way.
He decided that. Yeah.
Again, very little notes, but I remember Falk. I don't think he said it in these words during this conversation, but he's feeling inadequate and needs to be better, like right now, like yesterday. So he was clearly planning on working and like training through this rest that we're gonna get. Shout out to Declan, who popped in and was like, "Hey, you're acting a lot like Vital right now, so it's not a good look."
That's a real Vital move, dude. Anyways.
And Dahlia's like, "You gotta."
Vital like one of the front runners for. Never mind.
We were thinking about drugging him to try and get him to sleep.
The shit was rigged.
Isn't Vital like one of the best?
Only because he had prep time, like Batman.
Okay, whatever.
But
You're not good at that.
I think the conversation ended with Falk being like, "Okay, fine, I'll sleep, whatever, fuck off." Dahlia was like, "Okay, you better," and left. Caradoc did stay and asked Falk, "Do you hate yourself?"
It's a grand way to start a
Part of the
conversation.
issue, man.
And I regret my answer. Literally,
Really?
after that scene, I was like, he should have said, "Well, yeah, doesn't everyone?"
Oh my god.
Real king, real.
Yes.
But no, his answer was, "Well, there are definitely things I hate about myself."
To which,
Which of
according to my
course
notes,
she
they
never
both
asked
relate.
before. Yeah.
Caradoc just asks, like, the conversation essentially ends with Caradoc just asking Falk to ask for help, you know, quote unquote, getting rid of those, I think you guys called them warts in the moment.
What a weird analogy.
I think it was like, I've got warts that I want to get rid of, and then Caradoc was like, "Well, just let me know if you need a scalpel." Which is kind of cute as a conversation, like,
No cute.
I don't know, medium, I guess. Analogy? Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Parallel.
Analogy, metaphor.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Badger and Jin secretly follow Helen as she sneaks off with Irina following the boys, who ended up catching up to them and offering help to sneak, which thank God, because Jin is not sneaky.
But
So
in my
they needed
defense,
it.
I rolled pretty good.
For wearing armor, sure.
You rolled pretty
Forgot being
good,
sneaky.
and it definitely made the +10 not the thing that you guys needed. Now it was a nice, icing on the top sort of situation.
Let's see here. Helen spent some time near a broken fountain that trickles into a little brook. Sitting on the side of the fountain, she runs her hand through the water and starts cycling through her different forms. Here, while she thinks she is alone, Helen actually expresses a sense of almost depressed ennui that is picked up, which is different from her very guarded emotions around other people and us, right? She's actually expressing something rather than nothing. Rolling history checks, the boys are reminded that of the moment in the past where Alaric was like, how do I help my friend without it being too much? Like, how effective is my help, right?
Where's the line between helpful friend and overbearing friend?
Exactly. To which there's no real clear answer, especially here, of all places. But after much deliberation, the boys decide to backtrack and send Ace running off to Helen with the final slaughter snack on hand to boost his energy. Or as I like to call it, the Ace chase scheme.
And then we lie about, like, oh, we're just chasing the dogs.
You
You got away from us. And she bought it.
You little liars, you.
Conversation ensues following the topic of the letters, Helen offering to hear their woes and only make fun of them after they have a cry. The idea of giving things time comes up, and Jen asks Helen if she actually did give this whole Alaric situation the time it needs to sit. And initially she thought the answer was yes, but, you know, after all this time, thinking he was dead, I mean, did she really?
Yeah.
In semi-relation, the idea is brought up that, I mean, some of the apostles had to know. At least one of them had to know that he was out there. I think it was the apostate that she was thinking would be the one most likely to know and keep it a secret from her.
Where the hag was it? Was it the apostate and the hag, or both?
Both.
Both.
Depending on which hag and which apostate we're talking about, they may be in fact the same person.
Well, I was gonna say, I was like, isn't the hag the old apostate? So
yes.
Tomato, potato.
So, I mean, maybe. But regardless, she's like, if/when I find out who knew, I'm gonna beat the shit out of them.
I'm gonna
torture them. But inevitably they end up deciding to return to the fire, where they bump into Dahlia because she was following the barking, looking for her friends that are no longer at the campfire. Irina asks how Falk is doing and is like, well, you should go see him. Just go talk to him. I'm sure he'll have your company. So she goes off to do that. Dahlia talks to Jin about their notes and says she feels that they don't talk much despite adventuring together. And I feel like I've said that before, but regardless, the intent is to change that, and that
I think they both had similar concepts repeatedly of just like, I want to hang out with you more. It's like, I want to hang out with you more, and then it just keeps occurring, and then we never hang out.
Man, that really is a real friend experience right there.
That is adult friend shit, you know?
Yep.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, we gotta hang out sometime. How's next Friday look? Ooh, I'm out of town next Friday.
All right. Oh, that's fine. What about the Friday after that? I don't know. What about next month? I'll see.
Well, I'll call you, and then no one calls anyone.
To the fucking cowboy skit from Dropout.
It really is that.
So the brief version of the conversation is just a repeat of like, I care about you, just so you know.
I care you.
Dahlia then talks to Badger, and apologizes for being a racist, because he's not. He's one of the good ones.
That's still...
Never apologize for that.
Still racism, but we'll take it.
Could it be worse?
You're not
Meanwhile,
like
Caradoc...
those other goblins.
Oh God. I actually forget what she did say. I know she said more than that, I think, but I don't remember what was said. So, that's what I'm going with.
Fair enough. Speaking out for our world your piece.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It was just generally, we're glad we're adventuring together. Do need to talk more as well. And then apologizing for being a raging racist.
I don't say raging. I mean, there's other people who are worse.
There were other people who were worse.
Oh, you miss Eva.
Oh.
I mean, Aurelia. Aurelia was a known racist.
Yeah, you guys need to tell Aurelia if she wants to really get into the Eva character, she needs to be racist and badger.
Seriously.
It's
That would
what
be
my
fun to see.
it's what my character would do. It's what my character would do.
Whoa, you can't say that. Eva was bad, but she wasn't that bad.
I'm like hell, but more potent.
It's method
my
acting.
God. She's somehow even more of a racist.
I'm French.
She was.
How do
She,
you become worse?
oh. Oh, guys, it's okay. She's French.
Yeah, they're naturally racist.
But getting back to it. Caradoc. so Dahlia goes to find Badger and Jin. Caradoc comes back and is like, okay, she didn't wait for me. Let me talk to the Hunter Queen.
Yes.
A short version of what they talked about is that Caradoc's love was turned into, I wrote, a ghost akin to a construct, essentially, that spends its time in Casa Rosa. The Hunter Queen reassures that this couldn't be something malicious, as it is allowed to persist in Casa Rosa, and I mean, it's not hurting anyone, it's other than maybe Caradoc mentally, but
he
it's not physically hurting anyone.
He wanted it. This is his construct. So...
But Caradoc's gonna have to return and take care of what he created, essentially.
Yeah.
I
correct me if I'm wrong, but I interpreted it as a sort of like a simulacrum made from within Caradoc, so it's not actually Anna's spirit, more like
Correct.
the version of
Yeah.
her he perceived or had in him.
This is the
Mhm.
ideal you held of her that walks around, made manifest.
There you go. Thank you.
The real her is
with
beyond the
the
Where
mortal
she should
coil.
be.
Yeah, imagine if you do the whole resurrecting and she's like, "No, I'm good."
Yeah.
That clause still comes into play. The soul has to be willing to come back.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Exactly.
Caradoc
Crazy.
is reassured that. Wait, where is it? I just saw it. He's reassured that if Caradoc was as wicked as he thinks he is, the Hunter Queen surely would have heard or had need to dispatch a Nightshade Knight to take care of him. And so far, that hasn't happened. So, you know, he has to take some kind of trust that he can't truly be so wicked as to not be able to come back from this and whatnot. He has to lean in essentially to the Clover King's influence, and the Hunter Queen's influence on his
Yes.
heart, more so than the witch.
The witch. The
Witch. The witch.
He is Eulonian no matter what anyone else says. She says.
Exactly. He is still a son of Durlan.
Based.
The
Based.
Hunter Queen, let's see here. Yeah, the Hunter Queen asks the Royal Timekeeper to pass on the ask of if Caradoc can talk to his love. And
Love.
Eva also is like, hey, can I talk to my mom? If she's there.
Who
She's
I've
supposed
never
to be
met.
there. Pardon?
She's never met.
Yeah. And the question will be posed. The question will be posed. So, who knows? The answer will hopefully be yes, but we don't have it yet.
Who
Caradoc.
was it that had like the expression of wait? You can just is it this easy just to ask? Was it Mercer?
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes
sounds
all you
right.
gotta do is ask, and it's just like, well,
Having down to earth gods is handy.
Yeah.
Sure is.
You would make this ask to like Lady the Modena or the fucking
No.
Blood Star or anything like that.
Oh, just eat this egg.
You would
Egg.
like to see your loved one. Sure, here, eat this.
Yeah, no, you can. Eat this,
this.
and pray.
Yondeku, do you remember what I said when I first met you? Oh yeah,
Eat this.
eat this. No, before that. Great thing.
First interaction with him. Eat this.
Eat this. No, there was more than just
No
that.
context.
There's more than just that.
I don't think so. That's what I remember.
No, I think that was about it. Okay. Anyways.
Anyway. Caradoc and Haley talk about, is her name Anna? Anna?
Yeah, Anna.
Anna. I couldn't remember how to pronounce it, but I had written in my notes that it was Anna.
Yeah.
While talking, Caradoc realizes that Haley's tome is actually her own legacy book, similar to his, but newer, because she only has 2 ancestors as far as
Very cool.
they know. So it's the beginning of a legacy book, which is very fun.
Newer asterisk.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's older than yours, time-wise, but usage-wise, it's newer than yours. Legacy book lightly used.
That's a good way of putting it.
Legacy book lightly
The
used.
controller, never used.
Refurbished.
Baby controller.
Like a Xbox controller.
Baby's first controller.
Exactly. But it was never used.
That does remind me of the sad listing of baby shoes never used.
Oh, that.
Oh. Baby controller never used.
Speaking of babies, Mercer's wondering what's going to happen to the baby Haley when she turns into a Newman. What that process looks like, what the consequences of that might be. But it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. What are we gonna do about it?
What are we gonna do about it? I gotta go.
If I kill it now, I'll be a godslayer.
Oh my god.
Oh my
You
god.
assume you're gonna get
Mercer!
close enough with the Hunter Queen right there.
Got to Slayer.
He can play the long game.
demigod.
You can wait. Falk still at the shooting range. Irina checks in on him, and they also discuss. And I think he does say in these words that he feels inadequate, and mentions that him freezing. It just mentions him freezing when Arnie died. He's saying he's never done that before, and he probably shouldn't do that again. So.
Oh, fucking mid, bro.
I'm so chopped.
I'm so chopped.
Irina tells him, because I don't know if it's reassuring, it's just telling him that he's more than his fears, and that she sees a lot more to him than he sees in himself.
She's inside you.
What?
Well, we'll talk about that. We'll get there.
She's inside all of you guys. How do you think the spores work?
She eventually asks Falk to come close. Come very, very close. And for but a moment, she has a full body, which was very sweet, because the first thing she does is uses it to kiss him. Celebrations are had because that's a wonderful thing. Dahlia intrudes and is like, "Hey, are you gonna sleep? Just checking in." And
You already asked me that.
yeah, but I'm making sure you actually do it. I'm gonna make sure he does it. Make sure he sleeps.
I wasn't, but then I was, but now I'm not.
Okay.
Spite.
Spite. But I forget exactly, because again I didn't take notes, what was discussed, but I remember Falk asking if Eva had insulted or said anything mean about Dahlia in her letter, and Dahlia was like, no. Did she say something mean to you? Which, if I remember correctly, he initially thought that it was mean.
He wasn't sure, and he was getting a vibe for like the general tone of these notes. Is this supposed to be wholesome?
I can't tell. Well, it is meant to be wholesome. So that's good. Yeah, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Dahlia leaves. back at the bonfire, Eva asks Jin for some writing things, parchment and what have you, because she intends on writing a return letter. She's like, "You're not getting away with this."
Vengeance letter.
And she invites everyone to also partake in that. I'll think about it. I haven't written anything up myself, but
The clock has passed. I'm sorry, it's not fucking with me.
you fucking asshole.
Fucking asshole.
This is a narrative moment. As long as it doesn't interfere with anything, we could retcon.
No, I don't think so. Perish.
He's power tripping.
Perish. Boulders fall from the sky. Killing everyone.
No! I think, let's see here. Jin offers the idea to Helen of writing a letter, who turns it down. Because she's like, if any writing that I leave to Alaric will be either on his back or on his grave, so I don't need to write a letter ahead of time.
Hey, but it gets a messy emotion.
So does carving into his back. What do you mean,
Yeah.
bro? What do you mean?
I wish you
I saw Zoro, dude. That shit was peak as hell.
Yeah, it had a
Yeah, man.
But that's pretty much where we ended, I think. Oh, it was worth noting, I think, that Helen was in a more casual form after that talk with the boys in the woods. So that's hopeful. It's a nice note.
With the boys in the woods.
A note of something that didn't happen in session, but will be happening this session, is Roma's not corpse, because she's not dead, comatose body, Roma, will be taken to the mundane, or back to the mundane by the royal timekeeper. That way we don't really have to worry about her.
Being literal dead weight.
Literally. So, just for record keeping purposes. But I think that's all I've got.
Anyone else have anything to contribute? Take the silence as a no. Fair enough. Fair enough. Then we'll get into it very shortly. I need to go wash my arm because I'm bleeding. Because Tango's very playful right now as I'm trying to keep him from the dangerous fidget toy.
Guy.